Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley has responded to Triple H's heartfelt tweet after what happened on tonight's edition of Raw. On Raw, the Eradicator vacated her Women's World Championship and left fans dumbstruck. Liv Morgan's attack on her last week left her injured, and she will be taking some time off to heal her injuries. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H later sent a heartfelt message to Rhea Ripley on X, thanking her for a title reign that fans could be proud of. He also wrote that she will come back more dominant than ever. Triple H has been a big fan of Rhea Ripley. He has been pushing her as the biggest female star in WWE for a while now. Under the Triple H regime, Mimi has done some insanely impressive things, including her match with Nia Jax that headlined WWE Elimination Chamber, Perth. Ripley's 380-day title reign is now a part of the history books. She was the most dominant star in the women's division during her reign, and no one managed to take the belt off her. Now that Ripley has vacated the belt, it remains to be seen who ends up becoming the new champion. The atmosphere was electric yet somber on WWE Raw as Rhea Ripley stood in the middle of the ring, her championship slung over her shoulder for what was unmistakably the final time. Fans watched in stunned silence, their cheers subdued by the weight of the moment. The Eradicator, who had reigned as WWE Women's World Champion for an astounding 380 days, was about to relinquish her title. Rhea's tenure as champion had been nothing short of extraordinary. From her ferocious battles with the likes of Charlotte Flair and Asuka to her defiant defenses against rising stars such as Raquel Rodriguez, Ripley had embodied dominance, grit, and an unshakable presence. Yet there she was, standing tall but visibly emotional, about to end her reign not by defeat, but by a decision that would resonate far beyond the squared circle. "This is not how I wanted this to go." Rhea's voice cracked slightly as she spoke, holding the microphone close to her lips. Her Australian accent, usually dripping with bravado and venom, now carried a tinge of vulnerability. But life has a funny way of forcing your hand, and tonight, I have to do something I never thought I'd have to do. The crowd, sensing the gravity of the moment, began chanting, "Thank you, Rhea." Their voices echoed through the arena, a chorus of appreciation for the superstar who had carried the division on her shoulders for over a year. Rhea closed her eyes for a moment, letting the chant wash over her. When she reopened them, there was a fire within, not extinguished but tempered by the situation. The announcement of Rhea's decision had come earlier in the day, with WWE's social media platforms teasing an important development regarding the Women's Championship. Rumors had swirled, an injury, a personal matter, or even dissatisfaction within the company. But as Rhea stood in the ring, it became clear that this wasn't about controversy. This was about respect for the title, for the division, and for the future of WWE. "I fought through injuries," she continued, her voice steadier now. "I've pushed my body, my mind, and my soul to their absolute limits for this championship. But sometimes, even the strongest of us have to take a step back and think about what's best for everyone involved." She paused, lifting the championship off her shoulder and holding it in front of her. The gold gleamed under the arena lights, a symbol of her unparalleled reign. "This title deserves to be defended at the highest level. And right now, I'm not in a position to do that. So tonight, I'm making the hardest choice of my career. I'm vacating the WWE Women's World Championship." The crowd erupted into a mix of shock and sorrow, with some chanting no, while others doubled down on their support with "Thank you, Rhea" chants. Tears welled in her eyes, but she refused to let them fall. Rhea Ripley, the nightmare, the unstoppable force, would not let this moment break her. Backstage, the fallout from the announcement was immediate. Superstars, officials, and fans alike were left reeling. But one man who knew exactly what this moment meant was Triple H. As Rhea made her way back through the curtain, the game was waiting for her. The mentor figure who had championed her ascent to the top of WWE stood with arms crossed, a mixture of pride and empathy etched on his face. Later that night, Rhea took to social media to post an emotional message directed at Triple H, the man who had been instrumental in shaping her career. The message, written in her raw and authentic voice, resonated deeply with fans. "Hunter, from the moment I walked into NXT, you saw something in me that I wasn't even sure I had. You pushed me, challenged me, and helped me become the woman who could carry this championship for 380 days. You taught me that being a champion isn't just about holding a title. It's about elevating everyone around you. Tonight was one of the hardest nights of my life, but I made this decision because of the lessons you taught me. You always said the title is bigger than any one person, and as much as it kills me to let it go, I know this is what's right for the division. Thank you for trusting me with this responsibility. Thank you for believing in me when I doubted myself, and thank you for always having my back, no matter what." As the dust settled, the WWE Universe began to reflect on what Rhea Ripley's reign truly meant. It wasn't just about the matches or the rivalries, though those were unforgettable. Her clashes with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, her battles with Becky Lynch, and her showdowns with damaged CTRL had all been milestones in her career. But more than that, her reign was about redefining what it meant to be a dominant champion in modern WWE. Rhea brought a raw authenticity to her role that few could match. She was unapologetically herself, a role model for those who felt like they didn't fit the mold of a traditional superstar. Her reign was a statement. You don't have to conform to succeed. You just have to be relentless. Though her title reign has ended, Rhea's story is far from over. In her farewell speech, she made it clear that this was not a retirement or even a step away from the ring. "Don't think for a second that this is goodbye," she said with a sly smirk. "The nightmare isn't done. I'm just regrouping. And when I come back, I'll be hungrier, more dangerous, and more determined than ever." Speculation is already rampant about what could be next for the former champion. Could she return to NXT to build new talent? Will she enter the tag team scene, perhaps rekindling alliances or rivalries within Judgment Day? Or could this be the perfect time for her to transition to Hollywood, following in the footsteps of legends like The Rock and John Cena? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain. Rhea Ripley's impact on WWE will be felt for years to come. Her reign may have ended at 380 days, but the legacy she's built transcends statistics. She leaves the division stronger than she found it, a true testament to her role as a champion. As Raw went off the air, the final image of Rhea Ripley walking up the ramp without her title was one that fans will not soon forget. Her head was held high, her posture radiating defiance despite the emotional weight of the moment. It was the end of an era, but also the beginning of something new. For Rhea Ripley, vacating the title wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a testament to her strength, her integrity, and her unwavering commitment to the future of WWE. And as she herself said, the nightmare is far from over.